Hello, members of the VRChat community. Um, Today I would like to address and talk about a serious matter, specifically happened within the group of the Civil Protection. Um, Recently we had employed a new member by the name of Miss Sleepy, not to be confused with Sleepy Rat Person, who is a well-respected member and has been here for around 6 months. Miss Sleepy has been here for roughly 2 weeks. And has attended roughly nearly or just about 5 shifts. They are 17 years of age and had been talking to an individual that they have been with for about a year. Um, for they said overall they've been talking to them and known them for overall like 2 to 3 years. Um, Now, why this would be alarming is because um the individual we talked to, their significant other, uh Miss Poison, um said they were 17. Um and why this is so alarming is I don't believe that. And we had we were in an instance running our thing we call shift. If you've seen the shift insight, you know how chaotic that can be. Just go and pull this up now. So now in this video here that I will show you, I'm on this thing called the terminology for us is called audible. Being on audible means you are audibly advising people who may usually cause a disturbance or just a large group of people to make sure they don't say anything like, anything racially motivated, rude, no direct harassment, hate speech goes on, or any lewd behavior, which is actually why I was over here. A few individuals, including one over here, were making some very um explicit comments, to put it lightly. Two others had ended up wandering off somewhere else in the instance, so I was on audible. Now, to Miss Sleepy's defense, um, she said that they have a speech impediment. Now I can hear that, but I believe for not 1 second that they are 17 or anywhere even near that range. I will just go ahead and play the clip now and let you guys hear it.
Oh, I thought you
My
said you
desk!
Okay.
No,
Where are
that's
you
pretty
now?
huge.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about you. How about that? How do you get you get dumber and dumber every day?
Why don't you stick to one avatar and stay in one avatar?
You change every
Now, I think anyone with an IQ above -5 can figure out that this individual right here is not 17. I'm pretty sure that is, I want to say, borderline common sense. I think someone in a vegetative state can figure out that they are not 17. Now, we ended up, which I'm going to play here in a minute, we ended up going over to this individual. I talked to another member of mine and told him about it. And uh, I pointed out that they do not sound the age what they're gonna give us. They gave us, how do you call it? Their age, but like we asked for their date of birth, and in that date of birth, they sounded very hesitant and very almost like they didn't believe it themselves. I'll just let this clip play out and you'll see for yourself.
2 seconds.
No!
Just
When have
stop
you ever
changing.
seen me do that? I've
Actually,
never
well,
done that
he's
before.
telling the truth. I've never
I
seen him
can't
not
do
in
it.
one avatar. He changes avatars every like
He
2
was
seconds.
in one avatar for a good minute though, so
He changes every.
Again, I think anyone with, even room temperature IQ can figure out that they are not 17. Now, I'll just let this continue to play out, and I'll get more in depth when we continue.
Time though.
Okay, for
I
like
don't think
5
I've,
seconds. That was like 5 minutes.
Was OJ actually there?
yeah.
I've never seen them.
That's because we were
in the
locked
same
in the
avatar
back
for an
room
hour.
before, bro. I didn't have any time to change my avatar because we were lucky about to get like.
This is the point in time where I begin to realize, man, they don't sound the age. That honestly, I didn't remember their age at this point in time. I didn't know their age because Miss Sleepy right here always went out of our way, cut us off to get their what we call tag, which is age of an individual. That's what we call it. They had cut us off. I mean, just ran. I go dibs, dibs, dibs. I gave it to your partner, but like they even pulled them aside the other couple of times and got their age to where basically they're out of our hearing range, which is slightly alarming, right? I never had a conversation with them. I never really noticed them. We deal with roughly, I want to say, 200 people in the span of 2 hours. So it is very hard for me or another member to even realize how they sound until you are, I guess, technically forced to listen to them.
Touched.
Huh?
By the bathroom bowl.
Yeah.
I need 19.9.
Yo.
By this
19.9.
black guy. Not even
Why'd
being
you look at
racist,
me?
he was just black.
Nope.
I felt something wrong happened.
You able to talk real quick? Good, because you need to. Poison. I'm not sure how firmly I'm trusting their age. What's their age? Because I didn't have it written down.
Poison?
Yeah, over there. Like,
I don't
think
know.
remember
I
they
didn't
were
get them. I
16,
think
but I don't even believe that.
they.
I think they're their partner, but have you heard them talk?
No, I haven't actually. What do they sound like?
Possibly a 1007M. Worst case scenario. Go look.
I don't think they're their partner,
Go
but
ask the tag. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know though. I'm mistaken probably, but well, 1911. Look at tags. That means
I'm so sorry.
tags.
Bro, you
Tags is another thing we use for names.
Bro, you weren't
yeah,
even, you couldn't even see it, bro. Imagine me seeing that, bro. I was literally following the whole time.
are kind of
didn't see
blind.
I
We
didn't
could
see
get
it.
that
Maybe
checked out,
it's not.
but
Maybe it's
some-
not local.
It might have been like a PC thing, because I'm richer than you guys.
Hey, Poison.
not.
You come here real quick.
Oh.
I know you got age checked, right? But what's your date of birth? You're 16, right?
I'm 17.
You can hear by just my response that yeah, this I thought, like I thought they said they were 16. Of course, a bit wrong, but nonetheless, again, I think anyone who has a lick of even not even common sense, just sense alone, can figure out that this individual is not 17.
17. Okay. What's your date of birth?
Who said something?
February
Wait, tell me,
4th,
hold up.
2008.
The fact that they were almost reluctant and almost like they seem like they were unsure themselves of it is genuinely alarming for a lot of reasons. Mainly, well, because the individual that our staff member that they are quote unquote dating, um, they are 17. They are confirmed to be 17. The Miss Sleepy. Of course, you can see the matching names and everything else. But
Like,
I think the look that he gives me is more than enough, and it looks like they are unsure themselves. They go like they're unsure. Again, that's a very firm thing of alarm. And now, sadly enough, I've been doing this exact thing right here for about a year and 5 months, and so is he. Now, that is depressing as it is. I get it, but throughout this, I want to say borderline profession, you tend to notice a lot of things from specific individuals, such as someone. Now, when someone joins our instance is 13 plus. Usually, we ask someone's age, and let's say they say they're 14, but little Timmy does not sound like they're 14, and instead sound like they are, maybe 12, 11. So we'll ask for their date of birth if you sound too young, or you don't sound of your age. Um, and this exact body demeanor right here, always when they are not the age that they say they are, that they've listed, they finick around, they move around. Now, yeah, you can see she's putting something down, doing something, but it's just the body language, the demeanor of, I want to say, anxiety and almost not like kind of getting caught says enough, right? Like this body demeanor right here shows anxiousness, and always when someone lists us an age that they are not, um, and they lie about a date of birth, even if it adds up, we ask for your date of birth. This is always the reaction we get from someone who has given us an age like 17, for example. But obviously, I think common sense is in fact here that they are not 17. And always they always give off this sort of body demeanor and behavior and tone of voice change and everything else. Now, Miss Sleepy's reaction to the whole thing was firmly different. Um, she had went full defensive. I get your partner, you're defending it, but at the end of the day, even policy here, my partner has joined, another member's partner has joined, you know, even a staff member who's not on that day, if they join, we still gotta ask your age. It is policy, right? I don't know this individual, and the fact that they have always pulled them aside and gotten their age, and I just didn't get it told at this point in time. It's very alarming, and the fact that they were very defensive, and I'll show you another clip here in a minute. That when I confronted them about it, like I wanted to make sure, like, how long have you known? Maybe they lied about their age, which I don't know how the fuck. I don't like. What is your IQ score if you actually believe they're 17? Right? I don't. I'm pretty sure that I'm very sure that Miss Sleepy um knows their age and is openly lying about it just so they don't get in trouble. Now, when we go to confront Miss Sleepy next, and just like I said, get more confirmation. Uh, and it's like, hey, how long have you known him? She tells me, oh, I've known her for a couple of years. But one thing I did notice, and even a couple staff members pointed out, actually, I think all the staff members pointed out at that point in time, was how her body language and demeanor changed. And her voice, she started to trip over her words. Her words kind of just combined into one. She started to almost get a wisp herself, basically. She started to kind of trip over her words, stutter more, body language, hyped up. Because the most I've ever seen of her, because me and this one and Miss Sleepy have full body. It's very easy to see body language, and usually, even when we're dealing with a stressful and a stupid individual that is just very non-compliant, not given her age, the most I really ever see of her is an arm move. This next part in time is full head nod. Yeah, understandable, right? I will go ahead and play that clip now, so just give me a minute. Right, this is the point in time where I called over and I left a few staff members over there to handle and get a slight bit more information, and this is where I call Miss Sleepy, not to be confused with Sleepy Rat Person, Miss Sleepy 79.5 as we call her, over, and to get more of an insight.
What's up, man?
Are
Yeah,
you 100% sure that's your partner, right, Poison?
that is
Are
my partner. She
are
is
you
17. We've been
are
through.
you
Now, I just mind you, this is not her. I want to say not her normal voice, especially a few words after this. You can hear how she starts to trip over her words and how it kind of mumbles together, and how you can see basically full body movement. Of course, this labels anxiety, anxiousness, and especially if you are dating a minor, which that's fucking disgusting. Like this individual right here. Like, I'm sorry, you're dating a child, and they are well aware of it, and it's sickening and disgusting. And a little bit off topic. Well, I don't think actually not off topic. What am I on about? It is sadly to say not uncommon that we see people who are 17, 18 plus, um, with an individual like dating, who just so happen to, how do you put it, not be in that age range. And it's disgusting and it's sad, because 9 times out of 10, the victim of the whole incident, we try to negotiate with and talk like, hey, this is wrong, that's not right. But of course, they're always like, yeah, he loves me, because they're young, naive, and they don't know better. I feel like this is another firm example, right? Miss Sleepy here told, I'm gonna guess, told the other individual, over there, Miss Poison, that how do you put it, to lie about her age, and just go from then, because I guess they think that this is love, when in reality this is a sick and distorted thing. This is disgusting. And as I've said before, this is not an uncommon sight. We see this 1 to 2 times every couple of months. It is very sadly common, and it is disturbing. It is disturbing for the fact that, like, out of my, again, depressingly, 1 year and 5 months of doing this, never have I ever seen a staff member be one of them. This group was founded with the intent to attempt to mitigate the amount of children we can get on, or at least mitigate the amount of instances like this taking place. And it's a very sick and disgusting thing that the people who joined to attempt to stop this tend to be the problem themselves. It's very sad and disgusting, but I'll let it continue.
Do
Sure.
this. We've been together for a couple. Well, more than that because we've known each other for years. She is 17. We've been through this a million times with so many people.
You can see that she's beginning to trip over her words. Her body language says plenty. It's just like usually like the most I ever see is like from her like arm, but this is full body nodding. Yep, understandable. Now, I'm gonna call Sleepy Rat Person over here 426 because that's her UN just to differentiate from these two. 426 had labeled and Jay over there had labeled the same thing along the lines of that usually when she's caught or not when someone's caught or when someone thinks they're in trouble, um they respond like, "Yep, okay, right, I understand. Yep, okay." Just yeah, it's kind of putting their I want to say input in. Is that something that they would they do that they when they were in trouble or something like that, like a parent or something. That's the kind of behavior that they had and that
Bro,
you
like,
can see here.
She can't help her speech
Here in a minute.
I
at
get
all.
that at the
She
end of
can't
the
help the way
day.
she talks.
Like
It's
I
we
like
get this everywhere,
I want to take your word for it, but at
and
the
I
end of the day, that
understand.
is a very major security
I
risk because
understand.
they sound like I mean they sound best case scenario 14. I get it, but how long
I
have you
understand that.
known them? Like genuinely, you give me an exact number because I just want to be 100% on
Genuine.
this.
I'd say about 2 to 3 years now.
Okay. It's just like I just honestly
I
I find it hard
understand
to
that. We
believe,
get
and
this everywhere.
I get it.
Same thing over and over again. Like just because you hear it everywhere does not make it okay. And another thing, their excuse was that they have a speech impediment. Again, a speech impediment. Now, I'm not saying speech impediments can't make your voice higher pitched, because some do. But I think anyone can agree, and most people, at least everybody, can agree that that is far from a speech impediment. That is a child. There is no shape, form of, a speech impediment making you 12, dog. I'm sorry, but it is goes to the fact that they are, I know for a fact that they are well aware about their age. They are well aware about Miss Poison's age. We still haven't got a full age on them, but they know for a fact that they're a minor, right? And it's a sickening thing, and it's just it's disturbing, more or less, for the simple fact of, well, I mean, common sense, right? They're a fucking child, and you're almost a grown ass adult. You're 17, dating someone who, best case scenario, is 14. I'll continue to let the video play out.
I know.
It's just no offense by any means. It's just the evidence. One,
I'm not a
she
pedophile. I
struggled
don't lie.
on to give us her like date of birth. So they struggled, not like struggled, but
I
more
understand that.
hesitant. I get it. It's just
I
alarming,
understand that.
So I might have to ask her to leave
I
the
understand that.
server, and I might have to make her 647E. Just for the
That's
simple fact is it's a security risk. Because if civvies come in here and they hear
error.
someone who, no offense, sounds like they're 12, no offense again,
Error.
that's a very large security
All
risk
good. We
and
get
very
it.
much.
Now, I just I want to go back and play their voice again. Again, just listen. She has a speech impediment. I beg your fucking pardon. Hold on.
Oh, I thought you meant. I
Speech
thought you.
impediment.
I
My
thought you
desk.
Okay.
Where
No,
are
it's
you
pretty
now?
huge.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about you. How about that? How do you
You
get dumber and dumber every day?
Why don't you stick to one avatar and stay in one avatar?
I don't give a fuck. Speech impediment. Yeah, okay, I can hear that part, but I can also hear the, child, right? You can look at them and you can see the immaturity. You can see the genuine child.
Change every 2 seconds.
No!
Just
When have you
stop
ever
changing.
seen me do that? I've
Watch it.
never
Well,
done.
This is a child. This right here is a child. I am enraged that a member of our group, which this group was formed to attempt to mitigate this, to stop this, at least try to put a dent in the problem, to do something other than sit back and do nothing. They had joined with this in mind. Yet they are a part of the problem. This is enraging and sickening. I have had sat down, I've had conversations, I've played games after this thing we call shift. Yet this is what this is what happened. Apparently, this is disgusting. And another sickening fact is we got the two of them into an instance. We separated them so they couldn't hear each other. And the entire time, now Miss Poison was very respectful to 199, who was asking some very simple questions just to see if stories would add up and yada yada. Um, the fact that she was laughing the entire time, Miss Sleepy, she was laughing the entire time, and like I mean, laughing in her face. I said, "You think this is funny?" And she said, "Yeah, this is really funny. I think you think being a pedophile is funny." And I said, "You think pedophilia is funny?" And she just continued laughing. Basically, I think said, "Yeah, I'll have to look back at the clip. I'll put it up here in a minute." This is what our group was formed to stop, and it's a very sickening thing. And I feel like it needs to be brought to more people's attention, right? Not only what our group does, but the type of people that just so happen to slip in the cracks, and like you don't know till you see it, right? Like I said, the overwhelming amount of evidence that this is a genuine fucking child. The fact that when we asked her age and or asked for her date of birth, the fact that she was almost seemed confused about her date of birth. If I'm sorry, if you're 17, you shouldn't know your date of birth off the rip. There was a pause, and then she gave the date of birth, right? With a question mark at the fucking end. I'll put in there. What? How are you confused about your own date of birth? How is this a thing? Why are you confused about your date of birth? This is disturbing. Now, it's what got me is how she 79.5, not 79.5, sorry, the fucking Sleepy got like defensive immediately and just like, oh yeah, we get this all the time, she's 17, yeah, just almost off the rip, that's a sign of guilt, obviously, right? In another professional standard, if you would wait for, I guess, me to get done asking the date of birth and not leap in. Oh, she's 17. Oh, we get this a lot. Why is that a thing? Why is that something you feel the need to do? Unless you're guilty, unless you need to find an excuse really quick about a certain thing. Again, as I've labeled, you cannot tell me this.
He's telling the truth. I've never seen him not in one avatar. He changes avatars every like
He
2
was
seconds.
in one avatar for a good minute though, so.
You cannot tell me that is 7 fucking teen. I refuse. If that's 17, I'm the fucking Pope. No. No. Fuck no. Absolutely not. And every time we have gotten their age, every time. Another thing that actually, hold on. If we go back, you can see how she's basically over my shoulder. I'm gonna kind of rewind here a bit, right? And let me take a gander here.
Why don't you stick to one avatar and stay in one?
Let me go back. Hold on.
Where are you now?
You can kind of see. Hold on here.
I don't know about that. I don't know about you. How about that? How do you get? You get.
Why is she over my fucking shoulder? One, that's not her post, right? Her post is, if we kind of fast forward a bit here, her post is right there, kind of next to 834, right? Why are you over my shoulder? 834 is BQ, by the way. Why are you over my shoulder? Why? Like, I'm on Audible, right? This is nothing new. Just make sure they don't say anything, because that one, this one, and another one I think is like way over there have made some questionable comments. We'll put it like that. This is nothing new. I've had her on Audible one time. You do not need to be over my shoulder, right? That just shows that you're nervous and guilty, right? The fact that I'm listening to what is damn well a child, and you're over my shoulder trying to listen in on it. Okay, right. I think that enforces more guilt, personally. But this again, you cannot convince me that that is not a child. You are openly dating a fucking child. This is disgusting. This person is genuinely disgusting. This group, again, for I think the 5th fucking time I've said it now, was founded to implement a somewhat safe space and to mitigate the amount of children that get onto VRChat. Our instances are 13 plus. You would be baffled how many people join in the span of 2 hours that we are here every day that are not 13, without a doubt. Some of them, I'm surprised they even figure out how to click the fucking power button. It is disturbing. It is sickening. It is enraging, even. This group was founded to put a dent in it, at least mitigate that problem that this game has, this predatory problem it has. As I've said plenty of times, there have been plenty of instances where an individual under the age of probably our requirement, or at least somewhere a year or two older, who are with someone who are a little bit more than a year or two older than them. It's bad. It's not uncommon. And this just goes to show, of course, the victim, the child, is always naive. Always. They almost always. I think we've only had 2 instances out of our entire me and his 1 year and 5-month career that we have seen that where I've seen the victim actually acknowledge that it is bad. Then only one other actually did something. They still stuck with it. Fucking Jesus. But this just goes to show that I feel like this just goes to show the light we need to shine on this shit. Why I think our group needs to get bigger. Why I'm grinding to do so, because people like this person exist. And it's a shame they got to our instance and joined our group. It is a shame that this individual sought need to join our group, even though they were part of the problem. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. Um, and this just goes to show that this can happen to anyone. This can be anybody. And people like this, we need to shine more light on. People like that are sick, are enraging. It's disturbing. Um, but I figure I will shine some more light onto it. And at the end of the day, there's only so much we can do about it. We can't do much about this, right? Like we've banned her from our group. Reported her, but of course it's VRChat. What are they gonna do? And I mean that's all we can do, right? That's it. There's not much else we can do. And that just goes to show why I think we need to be a bigger group, because we can't do much. That's the thing. Fuck, I think I could report their account 800 times and then nothing would be done. So it's it's sad, and it's a very big problem this game has and always has had since when it was founded. And we're trying to do better. But we have people like Miss Sleepy who aren't really helping, as you can fucking see. Because as I've said, you can't tell me that's a fucking 17-year-old. You're a child. And this person who is almost a fucking adult is dating said child. I figured I'd shine some more light on it, and next I will put the I will put I'll put the clip of her laughing at us confronting her about it because she thought it was funny. All right, I guess that does it. So if anyone sees this video and has a VR headset and would like to join the civil protection, um, I'll put my name on VRC on the screen. My Discord would be in my bio, and just shoot me a friend request. We'll talk, and then I'll see you about getting my Discord or getting you into the group. Any bit counts. Any member wanting to do better and put a change helps. That'll be it. Our instances are open from 8 to 10 p.m. EST, except Saturdays. Everyone have a lovely day and have a great night.
How are y'all doing over here?
Okay. Not so bad. Minor disrespect, but nonetheless.
Because I can't laugh, apparently. Supposed to take this serious.
Well, yeah, pedophilia is a serious thing.
Yeah, right. I know her. Y'all don't know her. So it's all good. This shit is hilarious. Lucky. The funniest shit I've ever like done in my life. This is the funniest shit.
This is low. That's pretty low, then.
It is, I guess, in your opinion and stuff. I just find this hilarious.
Y'all almost done or no?
Yeah, we're done.
All right, we wrapped it up. We're just checking.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nah.